When Michelle Obama and Beyonce wear African designers to high-profile events, it's a sure sign that the continent's vibrant style has arrived on the world stage. African fashion is booming, and some significant developments have taken place over the last 10 years. The big question, is African fashion taking a generation by storm? Style Access takes on this topic with Nika from Arewa Afrique, Ellen London of Firefly Africa Asia, and Chikama, brand ambassador for Diva Abbey. It's about to go down because Style Access starts now.
Hello, my name is Rosie, and I'm passionate about fashion. My experiences as a stylist, challenge face-off host, TV personality, and blogger bring us here to discuss all things fashion. Welcome to the Style Access Experience.
African-influenced style represents a field of fashion that is vastly evolving. Their styles are now a trend on international catwalks, and a new generation of African designers have gained attention in recent years. We have the pleasure of chatting with some today. Let's welcome them to the show. Ellen London is a designer, owner of Firefly Designs Africa Asia, and Ellen London Studio, and has presented her collection during Paris Fashion Week, DC Fashion Week, and on the runways in Thailand and Bangladesh. She has spent 35 years living in Africa and Asia, and last year established a design studio in the USA in Kentucky. Her wearable art designs utilize textiles from all over the world, focusing on fashion as a mobile art that can promote peace building and respect through better understanding of our connections to one another. Nika of Arewa Afrique is an African luxury ready-to-wear designer. Her custom outfits are made with the finest of African print. Chika Ma is a fashion blogger, mother, and a wife. She enjoys experimenting with different types of fashion, from do-it-yourself to creating her own style. She is the brand ambassador for Diva Abbey. Welcome you guys to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's jump right into the discussion. Why do you think African fashion is creating a buzz? Ellen, let's start with you.
I think Africa fashion has always had the buzz. I think it's always been underlying. I think that with the media, I think with social media, I think with films, I think it's being able to come into its own a little bit better and making people more aware of it. And celebrities who wear African designer clothes are showing us that anybody can wear them, which makes it a buzz.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. Do you want to add anything, Nika?
Yes, sure. Also, African prints are very colorful, and the fabric is very versatile. You really can make anything from it. So it's going to be a buzz.
Yeah.
It's sure going to be a buzz.
Okay. And Chikama.
From where we're coming from, if you look back in the olden days and out now, you would notice that almost everybody are trying to like put on African prints. In English, traditional, name it, any way they want to wear it. So it's gonna be a big heat in the next few years.
So you guys don't think it's a trend? You think this will be around for a while?
Sure.
Okay. Now, you also mentioned, Ellen, about celebrities. Now, I've seen so many, and as we mentioned before, when Michelle Obama and Beyonce wear, African print, it's a big thing. So do you guys think that celebrities have helped, the African fashion trend get bigger and better, or what do you think about that?
I think they can do more.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're wearing the clothes and there's a splash. I'm wearing something African, but I think there needs some sustainability, and they need to be able to not only wear the African prints and the styles, but they need to do something to make it even lift itself up some more.
Okay.
I think that's their responsibility.
Okay. So what do you mean, like being a brand ambassador?
Yeah.
Okay.
A brand
Okay.
ambassador, or doing some, financial boost to some of these textile designers. Yeah, I do. I believe that.
Okay. She come out? What do you think? Are the
Well-
celebrities doing a good job? Or?
Well, they need to do a little bit more.
Okay.
That will really, really help. Like, because now you look at it and you see people that are like upcoming designers, they're not willing to do more because, maybe they've reached out to like, not just the main celebrities, but like local celebrities, and they don't want to wear the outfits. Once they do wear the outfits, it gives them that, courage, that happiness that, they're doing something good, makes them want to do more and more and more. So I think what she's saying is actually right.
Okay.
Like, they need to help boost up this fashion trend coming up.
And Nika.
Yeah, just as Chichi rightly said, most African designers they're all upcoming. And if nobody's encouraging them from any aspect, it kind of weakens the industry. So we need encouragement from celebrities, from bloggers, you name it. Everybody should embrace the culture, and it will be sustainable.
Okay. So going off of what you're saying, so do you think you guys have broken into the mainstream fashion world just yet, or you still have some work to do? Because you do have some African designers that, have so-called made it. But what do you think? Do you think you have broken into the
Personally-
mainstream, or need more
Personally,
work?
I think we have,
Okay.
but we still need to do more work because it's just a few designers that have been featured. Say, for example, in New York Fashion Week, you can handpick the African designers that have worked up, as in have been presented in the runway. We need to do more to be recognized.
Okay. Now, you brought up a good point about the African Fashion Week, the Fashion Weeks in general. Now, you guys do have African Fashion Week, as I mentioned, the Nigeria ones. How do you think that has helped? Do you think having your own to showcase the African attire has helped you guys? Chika, what do you think?
Well, I think so because I've seen a couple of fashion shows done back home and a couple of pop-up shows done here. It helps. Nothing is too small to start with. So I just feel like it goes a long way
Okay.
if you keep, doing it. That will bring more awareness.
Okay. Nika?
So talking about talking about fashion show, pop-up show, it helps because at every single pop-up show or fashion show, you bring something new. You have your summer collection, you have your winter fall collection. So it helps you bring out fresh designs, and then your clients and your customers will know that, oh, she's bringing something new to the table. It makes you go in trend and in line with all the fashion, like the modern fashion industry. So we don't have to be laid back and be behind, So I think it helps. As she said, the pop-up, the fashion show, the runway, whatever, anything could help grow your business, which is good.
Okay. And Ellen, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like what you're saying. I agree. I think you need to start wherever you can start. I think to get into mainstream, it's important that you reach even beyond the niche market, and you go into, and to get into the mainstream, I think is all possible. I think people just need to see why they need to be wearing African textiles and African styles, how it can relate to them, what is the connection to them, and then I think the sky's the limit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what about manufacturing? Has that been a challenge for you guys, Nika?
Generally, manufacturing African prints is most of the time is not done in large scale, because for starters, the prints are in trend. say for example what you're wearing, after a while something new will come out again, something different, the styles will be tweaked. So production in a large quantity might not be the best of idea, but I think we can still get there if we want to, for us to compete with people in the industry, rather than just making and selling and sewing it piece by piece, which is what I do. No offense, because I'm just starting. But for the bigger picture, you have to go in large and mass, which will help.
Chica?
I'm going in line with her because, like she said, if you have the resources, why not mass production? Because that way you're actually keeping busy. You're selling and selling and selling. And before you know, the other new trend material comes out, and you're hitting on it. So, I agree with her, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Ellen, do you have anything to add?
I agree with what you're saying. I think it depends on the style you're doing. Since I do a lot of the art part of it, I don't ever want to mass produce because, but I like to see the different textiles as they come out, the new ones that keep coming out, because that is inspiration as well to what comes next. But yes, I agree with you. I think you have to just be careful with manufacturing to find just the right people to keep the quality that you want. That's hard when you're a designer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what about marketing? Do you guys find that hard? Is it a stumbling block for, you guys as smaller brands? Nika?
Well, for marketing, thank God for social media. With social media, the sky's the limit, especially when you know what you're doing. People can reach out to you from all walks of life, from all locations. You can connect with people. People would see it and they'll love it. So marketing is not such a big deal when you know what you're doing. And African prints, I can't oversay it. It's too colorful. It's bright. It's beautiful. So who doesn't love it? Who would not love it? That's crazy.
Ellen?
Yeah, I think marketing for me has been a problem, even with the social media, trying to get that message out there for people to kind of understand what you're doing and how you're doing it. And like I say, I still think it's about how people can relate to it. Like you're talking about the colors. I think people can relate to colors, but sometimes somebody will look at, an African clothing and say, "Oh, that's just too bright for me. I cannot wear it." But once somebody feels that connection, then it becomes an easy marketing tool. But I do think, and I keep saying this, I think people out there can do more to bring it out, because I think it's a very important message. I think African textiles have a very important message for the world. Yeah.
And she, come on.
Just like she said, African prints,
Uh-huh.
textile, has a very important
Yes.
message to the
Yes.
world.
Yeah.
And we're in the jet age, so technology keeps changing.
Yes.
So definitely social media is a great marketing tool for marketing textiles,
Okay.
prints.
Now, what about partnerships? Do you guys partner with others to kind of get yourself out in the forefront? Shikama?
Yes.
Okay.
More of collaborations.
Okay.
Yeah, I use that word collaboration.
That's a really good word.
Yeah, collaborations, not partnership.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because, sometimes you can get into an agreement with the other partner. But like collaborations, you can come to an agreement of this is what I want you to do for me. In return, this is what you get. But these days you have people that, I just want you to showcase my outfit in return for exposure. No. No offense,
Right.
but no,
Yeah.
because when you send items to somebody, the mindset is, I want you to do this for me. It takes time, it's
Yeah.
consuming. They pay for this, they pay for that, for the product to look, really beautiful the way you want it to look like. And when it comes out, it helps and it sells your items, greatly. So I think when you collaborate with somebody, you need to come to a good term that benefits both parties, not just getting a free item. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So yes.
It has to be the right
That's the right
Collaboration.
Yeah, right collaboration.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, you
yes.
just don't want to get into
To
it with
any.
anybody.
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely have to
Yes.
research that and make
Yes.
sure it's a good fit.
Yes.
Okay, what about you, Ellen? What do you think?
You know, I think that it's really important that the message of what African textiles are saying gets out there. And I'm a very strong proponent of textiles being used for education and teaching children and adults about different cultures and building the connections between the cultures for understanding and respect. And I think the African textiles deserve a lot of respect. They also have a good sense of humor to them, a good sense of humor, and I think that that is a wonderful thing to bring into the world.
And Nika?
Yes, just like Chichi said, it's more about collaboration. Like you can't stand alone, especially in African, in this business, because most African designers start small. And so you need someone to help you to push your brand out there. You're a designer. You really can't do everything yourself. You need someone to help you push the brand. So it's good to collaborate. It helps. It really do helps, I can tell you. It did help me personally. I can tell you that for a fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And last question, do you think that the perception has changed as far as African attire? You know, before people used to think that it was just traditional wear, but now you see it as trendy. You know, you have the off the shoulders, cold shoulder, every trend is there. Do you think that the perception has actually changed? I'm gonna go back to you, Nika.
Sure, it has.
Like what you're wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me as a designer, I could make anything with African prints. Anything. Yeah, that's what I want.
Right.
I don't want to be restricted. I want African print to be everywhere. It could be done with for everything. So
Okay.
it can do everything as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. So the perception has changed. What about you, Chikama?
Oh yes, it has changed a whole lot. Because I've seen cases where they've used African prints and like what you're wearing, cut out all that flowers out, and you know make it into a nice 3D looking ball gown.
Oh,
You
wow.
know, gives it that like English like English and ready to wear outfit. Something you can buy from like Nostrums or Saks, you know. So it has really gone skyride when it comes to, you know, African prints.
Okay. And final words, Ellen?
Oh, the final words for me are just that I think the colors in the African textiles and we're using Africa, but there's East, there's West, there's South, there's North Africa, all different textiles. They work with all different other countries too, and I love to combine all of them and have a message saying, you know, we're all people, and let's just enjoy this, have fun with it, and love the color combination. So, yeah, I think there's a great amount of potential in all things, traditional and moving forward.
Well, thank you, ladies. I really appreciate you guys coming and discussing this topic.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Want to see latest trends in African fashion? After the break, we will have a runway presentation. Back in a moment. From Fashion Week Nigeria to African Fashion Week, and now the Style Access Runway. Let's see what the latest trends are. We are still here with Nika, Chikama, and Ellen, and we are ready to talk about some trends, aren't we, ladies?
Yes, we are.
Okay, let's get started. Our first model is Angela. So, Chikama, what's going on with this outfit?
So the style inspiration came from, you know, African prints. So we incorporated studs into the material and like cut out the material to make beautiful patterns at the top,
Okay.
and then studded around the top area,
Okay.
and then tied her hair with like a turban to like finish the look with a big choker and a nice stiletto.
Now, the turban, I know that is big. Is that hard to do?
No, takes like less than 2 minutes.
Okay. I need to learn that because I'm loving how this works with this outfit. Now, Nika, what do you think about this? Is this pretty much on trend?
Yes, it is. This is a very pretty dress. Like it has the Barbie doll look, beautiful for weddings. As a guest, it's a beautiful combination. It has lace to it, and of course it has the African print, which is timeless, and it's a pretty beautiful color. It's a beautiful look. I love it.
That's great. And Ellen,
Yeah, I love the way she's incorporated the different textures. She started out with the ordinary texture, really, of the flat cotton on the bottom. I love that waistband. It's a perfect 3-inch waistband there. And then that patterned lace, you would never put the two of those together, but she got the colors perfect. And I love the way the circles at the top over her shoulder almost looks like she has like a cap sleeve there, and they're almost like two different size circles. You've done a beautiful job. It's lovely. Yeah.
thank you so much, Angela. Next we have Tanya. Now, Nika,
Yes, please.
what is going on with this one? I'm loving it.
Okay, this is very, very short dress. It's also a Barbie doll dress, like a Cinderella look to it, but short, perfect for any beautiful occasion. For those with the lovely legs, you can rock this perfectly. And then the top part of the dress is a metallic mesh,
Okay.
something to just make you shine because the print is colorful,
Okay.
but there's no embellishment to it. And then the flowers at the side is just to coordinate with the prints, being that the prints are red, to give it a little, modern look
Okay.
to it.
All right. Chikama?
What I love about this dress is the 3D flowers that go in line with the prints, the patterns on the prints, on the material, and the lining on the neck. And you can see that it has like a power shoulder on the hands. So it's a pretty dress. Ideal for weddings, cocktails, name it.
Yeah, endless options there.
Yes.
And Ellen?
Yeah, it seems interesting that you would use a black for the top when that brown just keeps coming out to me. However, because it's such a sheen on the top, it's reflecting the brown off of it, so it's worked. It's totally worked. I love it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tanya. And our next model, Ellen, what do we have here?
We have a coat in the Central Asian style, made up of different textiles from different parts of Africa, lined in flowers, and over a pair of pin-tucked linen pants and a shirt which talks about maybe us all treating each other a little bit better in the world.
I love the detail on the pants. I really do. Nice. And Nika, what do you have?
I love the jackets, but what I love most about it is the combination of the African prints. Very, very good. Like you wouldn't know. It's a lovely jacket. I love it.
And Chikama?
What I love about this jacket is versatile, and I love the fact that you can wear it during the winter. So you can wear it like this, you can throw in a denim, you can throw in a shorts with like thigh-high boots, and I just love everything about the material.
Thank you so much. And our next model. Ellen, we're going to start with you again.
Yeah.
Let's
Again-
chat about it.
Again, you have a coat that is combinations of textiles from all parts of Africa. This one is quilted,
Okay.
and the inside is quilted in the Central Asian traditional style. The small jacket that she's wearing on top is hand painted Ethiopian angels and Coptic crosses from Ethiopia, and of course then our traditional linen pintuck pants.
Love it. Now, Chikama, do you have anything to add?
Yes, the combination of the print with the Ethiopian material, just it goes in line with everything. It's just, and the fact that it's a quilted jacket too. So yeah, beautiful.
Okay. And Mika?
It's a quilted jacket. That's an art. Lots of time and effort. It's a timeless piece. I love it.
Thank you so much. Stay tuned. More Style Access after the break. Whether it's for its bright colors, patterns, or prints, the world is looking to African fashion. It has proven itself to the world and showing that its voice is literally unstoppable, fresh, and highly profitable. The world is definitely taking notice. Feel free to tag us or send a pic via email to styleaccessdc@gmail.com of you wearing your African attire, and we will share on our social media pages. Also, be sure to stay connected with us on Instagram and YouTube at Style Access Show.